teach the protocols and procedures of a net. As always, constructive feedback is encouraged. All licensed amateurs are invited to check in and participate. This is a formal net with all net activities directed through net control. Your net control this evening is Alpha Hotel 2 Echo Juliet, and my name is Shane. Everyone is welcome to check into the net by stating their call sign, name, and location. Please say your call sign slowly and phonetically. This is not a local traffic net, but traffic going outside the local phone area may be handled. Traffic must be in the ARRL format. Are there any stations with announcements, bulletins, or queries? Please call now. Nothing heard. Are there any first-time mobile or portable stations? Please call now. Nothing heard. Net Control wants to recognize Jack Ari, who is joining us via Zoom this evening for this evening's net. Do I have any fixed stations? Please call now.
This is KK6, VRK, Adam, and da-da-da.
Net acknowledges Adam, KK6VRK. Are there any other check-ins this evening for the Marianas Amateur Radio Club net?
Whiskey 6 Kilo Victor, Barangada.
Roger that. Can I get your name, please?
Larry.
Evening, Larry. Welcome to the net this evening, and welcome. I know I talked to you, I think this time last year, and it's nice to hear you on the air.
What did you think, Shane? Yeah, I thought it was time to make a jump to digital.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you made the leap, and it's definitely, hopefully, been a good one for you. I'll get to you in just a second with the check-ins. Let me finish the check-ins, and I'll move back to you. This is Alpha Hotel 2 Echo Juliet with the Marianas Amateur Radio Club net. Do I have any further check-ins? Please call now.
Kilo Hotel 2 Lima.
Net acknowledges Kilo Hotel 2 Lima. Ed, do I have any further check-ins? With nothing heard, I'm going to close the check-in portion of the net, and also adding KB6IDK. Rick is an in and out. He messaged me or called me earlier, and he's at church this evening, so he joined us in his presence virtually. Jack, you're joining us via Zoom. Do you have anything for the net this evening? I'll let you say a few things, and if you want to introduce yourself, by all means, go ahead.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm Jack Airy, retired Air Force, came to the island back, was stationed at Anderson in 2001, retired from the Air Force in 2003, and just never left, so I've been here going on 20 years. I've kind of dabbled a little bit into amateur radio in the past, but haven't really caught up anything on it. So recently we were talking. I work for the Coast Guard now. I'm a contingency planner, responsible for port recovery, and also do all the oil spill contingency planning for both Guam and the Mariana Islands. And just started looking at ways as we were sitting around brainstorming the other day about disaster response and how we could continue communications And it kind of reminded me of what I had started doing a few years ago. And I thought, well, shoot, no time like the present. Old dog needs to learn some new tricks. So, like I said, a buddy of mine just in the States, I knew that's into it pretty heavily, sent me a Yaesu or Yasu, however you pronounce it, DT60 a few weeks ago and stuff with a diamond antenna on it. And I'm just trying to ease my way in. So got the books, got the study materials. Like I said, when we get ready, I should be ready to take my test here shortly in a few weeks. So.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're looking into it, and I hope that people out there in Radio Land were able to hear that. It was an interesting adventure there. But I'm glad that you're able to look into the ham radio side of things. It's definitely it's a hobby. Once you get into it, you'll never stop.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I've been stationed all over the world and around, and so I have friends everywhere, and a few that are still into it. And I think it'd be kind of nice to reach out and touch them from time to time too.
Yeah, roger that. I'm going to move on to the next one real quick there, Jack. KK6VRK, Adam, do you have anything for the net this evening?
Sure. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. I made some changes to the AH2G website, just updating some of the content and just adding some different logos, trying to polish it up just a little bit. I think it's a really good website. Just trying to get some additional info out there is all. Just trying to standardize some of the formats.
Yeah, roger that. Jack, can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to do like two things at once.
I finally found the right button to push.
There you go. Well, awesome, Adam. Yeah, we appreciate your help and your input for the club. It's definitely an adventure on the website and learning something brand new. But I appreciate all the help and feedback because it's definitely an ongoing process. All right, next I'll move on to W6 Kilo Victor. Larry, welcome, and I believe you're a first-time person. I know I've heard you key up on the repeater before, but I think this is the first time we've actually been able to get you to say something. So welcome, and go ahead.
I've been at W6KV. I've been on Guam about a year, finding my way around. I'm retired, so my normal life is just self-quarantine, so I don't get out much. But I had a couple of FT60s that I would talk on the repeater once in a while if I got bored. And then one day they stopped working. And I think I emailed you and said, what happened to the repeater? You explained he went D-Star. So I got on HRO and ordered a radio, and here we are. W6KV.
Yeah, roger that, Larry. Well, thank you for joining us and moving over to the digital side. We're testing right now with D-Star. I think I explained that in the email. We do have the D-Star repeater where we're looking at putting up an analog repeater. However, where the repeater site is located up on Barrigada Heights, right now it's over by the SNU, and it's a limited access with the police and quarantine and everything. So it's hard to get up there. So we discovered it was just easier for us to keep it on D-Star, and it also gives people the opportunity to reach off island and reach back to the States using D-Star as well. So thank you again for joining us, and it's good to hear you. And maybe we can, I think I've got you on our newsletter list. That way we can get you on our digital, for the next couple months at least, we'll be doing digital club meetings. And then after that, we will switch hopefully back to in person maybe sometime. We'll see. But we look forward to your presence and joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been trying to make it to a meeting, but now that's the question, I guess. So meeting on air works fine.
Yeah, roger that. I'm also doing it via Zoom right now. That's how Jack and I've got Adam in the net as well online. So it's definitely an adventure. We're learning to use new technologies and move forward. For anybody who's questioning, Zoom did just come up with an update, version 5.0, which addressed some security concerns as well. So that's something to think about. This is Alpha Hotel 2 Echo Juliet with the Marianas Amateur Radio Club Net. Do I have any other check-ins this evening? Please call now. Nothing heard. We'll go to the last on the list. Ed, KH2L, go ahead.
Okay, we'll have to give you a list of who's on here. Good evening, Larry. My name is Ed, KH2L, and we've been here for quite a few years, probably in the neighborhood of 60. And I try and work as many bands as I can. I don't get on this too much. Just getting it figured out. I'm an HF type of person. So anyhow, good evening to you. Welcome to Guam. I'm wondering what you're doing here. Besides, you said you were retired. I guess you might have family here. You came here to retire. So you might give us a little rundown on that. And, I guess you haven't been a ham very long, but I don't know. I didn't catch your call sign. So, Larry, I'll let you take it from here, KH2L.
I think KH2L, just a regular old guy, worked as a power system protection engineer for 28 years, and I joined the scuba club, and I was traveling around the world scuba diving. I went to Palau and Chuk and the Philippines, and I got a couple of layovers here in Guam, changing flights. And I thought, and I was thinking about Hawaii, but I couldn't afford Hawaii. So I thought, what about Guam? And I just dropped in, and here we are. And yeah, I agree on the HF. I'm in the process of putting up a 20-meter beam and seeing if I can get some kind of contacts around here. But this V-Star is kind of interesting. So back to you.
Yeah, what's your call again, Larry?
Whiskey 6 Kilo Victor.
Whiskey 6 Kilo Victor. Okay, gotcha. Well, anyhow, welcome to Guam. I'm glad you decided to stop. I hope you decide to stay. If you need help with antenna material, you know, if you build monobanders or something, I've got a lot of stuff laying around my office that you can build antennas with. And it's no charge. And I'm trying to give it all away. I got a bunch of stuff down there. So anyhow, anything you need, we'd like to help you with that. And I'll turn it back over to net control. Go ahead and take it, Shane KH2L.
Roger that, Ed. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I know for Adam and anybody else, most people are in the club are willing to help out anybody else. So if you need any assistance or anything, let us know. We've probably got enough supplies to last us and set us up an amazing shack if we wanted to combine all of our tools and parts. It's quite a experience of everything that we've got and all the knowledge and everything. So definitely. I'm going to do one more call for new check-ins this evening. Do I have any new check-ins for the Amateur Radio Club Net this evening? Nothing heard. I'm going to turn the repeater back to regular amateur use and say 73s. Thank you all. Please be safe. We have Adam, who's behind the wheel on the AH2G.net website. So please look for updates, subscribe to the newsletter if you're not. And if you have any questions, please reach out to